Well, time now to get you all the news from Mumbai. It's over to Tejas, and the big news, of course, is the upcoming BMC elections.
That's right. Thanks so much, Gagi. Well, elections will start here in Mumbai. The campaigning actually begins today in full earnest for most of these political parties. But what do Mumbaikars really want? Whom do they want in power? The BJP and the Shiv Sena have been controlling Mumbai and India's richest municipal body for almost the last 20 years, 2 decades. Will Mumbaikars this time vote them back to power, or will they want a new alliance to control the city of Mumbai? I spoke to actress Dia Mirza to find out what's on her mind, what's on her wish list. The BMC elections are just around the corner, and all of Mumbai hopefully will come out to vote. Mumbai doesn't have a great record for people coming out to vote. We have seen that even after 26/11 attacks on Mumbai. But this is a crucial election for the city of Mumbai. Dia, what changes are you looking forward for the city of Mumbai, because it's currently in a complete mess?
I'd like to start out with saying that most people don't even know they can vote for the BMC elections. I remember when we'd done a small interactive campaign where I went up to educated people and asked them whether they were aware that the BMC elections were around the corner. They didn't even know. Then I asked them, do you know you can vote for the BMC elections? And they said no. I think that itself...
Awareness.
Exactly. Awareness is one. 2, it is your first point contact with the system. The BMC is what gives you all your basic facilities, your amenities, your infrastructure. And if you don't choose that government, that, body, then you're in big trouble, because...
You're cutting yourself out of the system.
You're cutting yourself out of the system. Your first point of contact with the system is the BMC, and you're completely, being devoid of the possibility and the opportunity to actually be involved with the system one point instantly.
So you would say, first of all, all voters should come out, first of all, and study your probable candidates, and
Absolutely.
secondly, go out and vote.
And know that you can vote and go out and vote. The great thing that has happened, though, since this time, which was about 5 years ago to now, you have people's representative candidates. Another thing that people didn't know enough about. I'm really excited and happy to see that there are so many more people's representative candidates.
Well, that's exactly what's happening, because women have come out in large numbers to be the people's representatives. In fact, this time around, 50% of the seats are reserved for women. Joining us now is first-time candidate from the MNS, Miss Veena Bhagwat. Ma'am, tell us what made you join, first of all, politics, and secondly, do you feel somewhere that, the fact that 50% of the seats are reserved for women, this was to encourage women power? But what's really happened is that most political parties, they have propped up, the leaders have propped up their wives or their sisters or their sister-in-laws. That's not happened in your case. You are somebody without political backing. But is that a fair fight?
Yes. I come from a background of a family of social workers, and I have been into this social field. As a social worker, I have worked for the last 30 years. And I have been handling various issues, civic issues like encroachments, hawkers, so many women's issues. And I thought that this would give me a fair bigger platform to work. And MNS has really given us a fair chance. And Raj Sahib Thackeray, I really admire him very much. I believe in his ideology. He's a person with a mass following. And if Mumbai now really needs to change, and because he has given us a chance on merit, and I feel that we have, where there are women who are working in such areas, they should be given a fair chance.
Women will make a difference, but the point of reservation was that genuine candidates will be propped up. But all political leaders we have seen, they have not got seats. They have propped up their wives, their children. That's really defeated the purpose, really.
No, that it shouldn't be like that. There's so many women like me who have their own identity, who have been working in the field of social work or even in politics for the past so many years, and they should be given a fair chance. MNS has done that. I'm very proud to say this, and this Mumbai needs to change. The
face of Mumbai needs to change. Ma'am, as an Aam Aadmi, as an Aam voter, how do you think women will play a role in bringing about a change?
See, there are so many civic problems nowadays, and nothing has been changed in last few years or so. I think, I hope the women will do more improvements in all these matters, because they will understand the problem very thoroughly, I think.
Because they can handle the house, you said,
Yeah,
properly.
yeah.
Also, you think the issue of corruption will be handled better by women?
Yeah, definitely, because women by nature, they are not corrupted like men. They don't think about that, at least.
Well, we'll have to wait and watch. How does that really pan out? Of course, Gagi, that would be sounding like music to all your ears who have been, or women who have been controlling NDTV, of course. But we'll have to wait and watch. How do these elections really pan out in Mumbai? Will women power? 50% of the seats are reserved for women, or will they really make a huge difference in the city of Mumbai, or will their husbands and those other political leaders who are the real faces, will their influence really matter? We'll have to wait and watch. February 16th is the day when elections will be held in Mumbai, and of course on the 17th and 18th the counting will happen. Gagi, it's back to you.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.